I have the selling champion as my guest, Mr. George Emetuche. Welcome to Business Connect Weekly right here on Connect Nigeria. You're very welcome. It's a privilege to have you on our
Oh,
platform.
thank you, Make-up Play. Thank you, Make-up Play. It's awesome to be here. It's awesome to be here on Business Connect. Of course, we love to share value. We love to give value, and anywhere we'll share value, we'll be there. So it's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So we're going to go right into it because we know that you are very busy and you have so many clients to attend to. So we just would like to know, a little bit of background of your story. How did it all begin? How did this whole sales thing begin? When did you discover that, it's sales that I need to go into? How did you just tell us a little bit about your story, sir?
Oh, thank you once more. On 7th of March this year, I celebrated my 24th work anniversary. I started work in 1997, and it's been awesome. I've been around. I started from hospitality industry. Then agro-allied, FMCG, pharmaceutical, oil and gas. And now I'm doing sales and marketing, consulting, developing content, which is not very easy. And I've published 7 books. I'm writing the 8th, and I've written over 2,000 articles. I write articles, of course, from Connect Nigeria, Farmer News, and some other popular, where I started this. Sometimes you start something small without knowing that it's going to be boom, it's going to be big. How I started. First of all, I started from writing, or let me push it back. I started from being a professional, right? Growing from the scratch, the lowest level. Customer service, salesman, okay? At the time I was a manager, okay? Then at the time I was a marketing manager, okay? Then I ventured into content, okay, development. Before I first book, I went to, let me tell my writings to how I went into writing work. It will make more sense if I tell you.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
I went to University of Lagos. My friend who's a lawyer wrote a book some 10 years ago, and I went there as a guest. And there I caught, the book launch was going on, the protocols going on, and I caught, it was like a spark, it was like this rhema. It came. The title of the book I got was Selling the Unsold. You're going to write a book, the title will be Selling the Unsold. So I got home that day and told my wife that I got a message, I got an inspiration to write a book. I've been working. Then I've worked for 15 years. She encouraged me, why not? Let's start. And we started writing. So then I had only one thing. I had experience. So I decided to pour my experience in a book, and I began. Then you remember, Selling the Unsold was the title I got. But when I began the journey, inspiration kept coming. And from Selling the Unsold, the title changed to The Selling Champion. Okay? When it changed to The Selling Champion, the names, sounded so strong, The Selling Champion. Beautiful. Then I began to write, okay? Then, of course, got the book, got Brian Tracy's endorsement, forward by Mazi Samuel Abunwa, OFR, President for Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, endorsed by Dr. Leostan Eke, Chairman Zainos and Konga. So from there, one thing led to the other. The book later metamorphosed into a company, The Selling Champion Consulting Limited. Did you see this stuff?
Yeah.
From the book to the company, right?
Yeah.
Then we started training, speaking, hosting conferences, from one thing, doing in-house training, master classes. Then, of course, the big one, Nigeria Sales Conference, the biggest gathering of sales professionals in Nigeria. Of course, my writing was from the selling champion to the art of selling, to 25 unbreakable laws of sales, to be inspired, everything is possible, succeeding with your spouse. And we keep writing. Writing for me is passion. I just, within this time we're speaking, before you could say, Jack, I've written 2,000 words. And, inspiration is just number. So I thank God for the gift of inspiration, and we keep sharing value. That's just how it started. It started like a little thing, and before you could say, Jack, it caught fire everywhere.
Whoa. Now, I want to ask this question. I want to put a two-in-one question. So the first one is, how did you get the Brian Tracy, like the Brian Tracy, to endorse you? But how did that happen? Then I'll ask, please tell us how that happened, and we'll move into the next question. How did you do that?
I share this story in one of my books. I follow Brian. During that era of Yahoo Messenger. Remember that era of Yahoo Messenger?
Yeah.
Okay. So I follow Brian on Yahoo Messenger. That kind of stuff. Then I have this. I've read his books. In fact, by the time I wrote The Selling Champion, I finished reading The Psychology of Selling from Brian Tracy. Psychology of Selling. So after reading that book, that book stirred something in me that, wow, this is, and I began to get that urge to pour something out, because I have a lot of stuff in me, and I wanted to pour out that time. So I went to, after reading Psychology of Selling, I got this, this load inside me to pour out, okay? Then I reached Brian, and I told him, I want you to write forward for me. I think it was George Bernard Shaw that said something, if you want to hit a target, aim beyond the target. So I actually wanted endorsement from Brian, but I went for forward. I went for something higher. So I told Brian, I'm writing a book. After reading your Psychology of Selling, I got this inspiration to write, my own book. And so I met. He said, George, I write forward for people I know personally. It was this, my mentor and all those stuff, and that gave me an opportunity to myself to Brian. I said, sir, I know that I've not, this happened, of course, before I met Brian Tracy one-on-one. I said, sir, I know that I've not, you don't know me personally, but I know you, sir. In fact, as I'm talking to you, I know that you will have a conference tomorrow. I know that conference is starting by 9 a.m. I know who is going to be there. You are going to be speaking with. I know. In fact, I sold myself to Brian. I told Brian that I've read over 30 of your books, and I read you more than the authors in my country. And after that, I follow him there. A day after that, I got this bump in my email. He sent me an email and said, this is a book written by a top sales professional that you know. But before then, he had asked me to send him my introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2, and the conclusion. Okay, I did that. Then the next, some days after, I got that bump. This is a book written by a top sales professional to help you sell faster, easier than ever before, Brian Tracy. So it came like 3 a.m. I got it like 3 a.m. I called my wife and say, why? It don't happen. Like we say in Nigeria. Say it don't happen. So that was a push. And that gave me the confidence to reach out to other people. I reached out to Mazi Samuel Abunwa, who I respect so much, President Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. You know, I met him to write forward for me. I met Dr. Leostaneke, Chairman Zainos Group, and some other people to do that. And it's been a wonderful story. And then the subsequent year, Brian visited Nigeria. Of course, our brand participated in selling that brand, and that was the time I met Brian. He raised the second champion up, with me, and we took the photograph, the book up. So the whole stuff has been a beautiful story. The journey has not been easy, but we are consistent, very consistent, awesome. Very passionate in what we do, very inventive, very original by the grace of God. So it's been awesome.
I love that. I love the way you narrated the story and how you have, mentioned some nuggets, which is persistence, which is, passion. Now, talking about persistence and passion, you've been doing this sales thing for over 10 years. What advice or what tips would you give businesses? Because a lot of people on this call are businesses, and even those that will watch the replay, there are a lot of small businesses. What tips would you give them so that they can sell better, sell their business better? I watched one of your clips. You said something about there are two things you sell. You sell yourself and the product in your hand, but you need to sell yourself first. I watched that and I'm like, whoa, this is really mind-blowing. Yeah. So, sir, what tips would you give them that would help them sell better?
In business, I so much believe in vision, mission, goals, objectives, and strategy. Of course, values. And the sequence, vision tells you where you are going, okay, where you want to end, your destination. Yeah. Mission tells you, mission is like the vehicle that will take you to the destination. Mission is what you wake up to do every day. Mission is your work, your purpose. Yeah. Goal is what you want to achieve. Of course, I will say that it has to be smart. This is what I want to achieve. Objective is breaking down your goal in smaller parts and following them. The strategy is the how, okay, how you're going to, the method, your technique, how you're going to, fight, how you're going to deploy and win. Values are things that you will not trade anything for, okay? So you need to set these things, and it has to be very, very clear. Very clear, because if you are not clear, if you're not intentional about what you want to achieve in life, everything goes. They'll get you this proposal, you begin to check it, and even when it's not in line with your vision, it's not in line with your mission, it's not in line with your goals, you get confused, okay? It's not easy. It is not planning to be easy. It has never been easy. So you just have to be, you need to discover what is it you want to offer as a brand, as a business. What is it you want to offer? Have you discovered market for it? Do you have you discovered the people that will need that you want to offer? All right. You must know, like my designation in our office is, when I write my name, I put CES, and sometimes people don't know that CES is Chief Executive Salesman. Chief Executive Salesman. Some people say Chief Executive Officer, but my own is Salesman. So if you're not, I think it was Robert Kiyosaki that said, if you don't know how to sell, don't think about going into business. So sales, you must know how to sell. You must know how to sell. You must know positioning. You must know marketing. You must know strategy for you to be a good business person. Okay? You must discover what is, and don't just develop a product or service because other people are doing it. Let me join them. You need to be stubbornly original. Okay? You need to say, this is my stuff. If I tell you my model, my business model is crazy. Okay, it's crazy. I I wake up and I do my stuff. All right. And when I'm a scholar, I'm a researcher. I research, I tell you, I research every week, every up to date. I research, I research all the time. So you need to be you need to be up to date. Okay, like we are in an uncertain business environment from the COVID marketplace, but I call it post-COVID. Some people are still saying we are still in. Is a mindset thing. I was training for an ICT company yesterday, and I told them that we're, post-COVID marketplace. I did a study sometime in July, and during the heat of the pandemic, during the lockdown, and I found out that about 88% of professionals, their morale, they have very low morale. They are down in the mind. They are afraid, because of this social distancing thing, because of this new normal stuff, because of what the pandemic has done. So, but I bring a message of hope that you are not just what you are what you think you are. So if you keep seeing the giant in the COVID, what I say is play safe, stay safe, and do your business. Develop the right mindset, do your business. So you have to be very consistent. You have to be very, very consistent. Okay? You have to go to the marketplace with value. Because going to the marketplace is like, let me paint a scenario. It's like somebody coming to a negotiation table. For you to take something from that table, you must bring value. So the more value you get on that table, the most value you bring to that table, the more value you're going to take. That is what it is in the way you say it in business. So if you want to succeed in today's business world, you must come with value. You must come with value. You don't see your customers or clients as an opportunity money-making machine, MMM. No, try to start a relationship. Try to come, you don't they close a sale. I think it was Patricia Fripp in the US that said, you don't close a sale, you open a relationship. Okay? Don't just let your drive not just be in the closing. Let your drive be in starting a relationship. Like the question you asked, you said like that my video you watched, selling two things. Anytime you're selling two things. You're selling yourself and you're selling the one you have in your hand, which is your product. And my logic, my argument is that you sell yourself first. Sell yourself first. The client is seeing, the prospect is seeing, the customer is seeing. You sell yourself first before selling the one he's here to use. So people will buy you first before buying what they've not used. So the more they buy you, the more they go with you, the more you smile, the more you show self-esteem, the more you are positive, the more you show what your product can do, the more you show that you know the job, the more you show that you give value, the more they buy you. When they buy you, they will buy that you are selling to them. Simple logic.
So we're going straight into questions. So we have a question. It says, now that COVID has changed the way we do business, the way business is being run, how do you maintain market position? I repeat, now that COVID has changed the way business is being run, how do you maintain market position? This question is from All About Edmond. All About Edmond, thank you for your question. So Mr. Joy, please, can you help us out with that?
But depending on what you provide, are you a service-based company? Are you a product-based company? The main thing is that everybody is affected. But first of all, you need to develop the right mindset. Then this is a time to show empathy. This is a time to show empathy. Don't take advantage of your prospects. Don't take advantage of your customers. This is a time to be more relational. Relationship selling, relationship marketing. you need to be more in touch with your marketplace. You need to be more in touch with your marketplace. You need to build the right team. That your team must be informed in what is happening now. You need to retool.
Yeah.
You need to reskill your people. Okay, they need to know what is happening in the marketplace. You need to utilize all the IMC tools, integrated marketing communication, right? You need to be, I call it, you need to be strategically everywhere. Traditional selling will not go, right? Your personal selling will continue, all right? It is not going anywhere, you know, but you need to be more visible online. If you were doing online business, if you are visible online 30% before, this is the time to be online 50%, 60%. You need to jack it up so that you complement your physical selling, your personal selling with online platforms. It's very important. You need to keep in touch with your customers, all right? You need to continue to give value. Don't say that the business is checking. I don't know, because consumer preferences are changing. You need to look at your channel of distribution, your channel of communication. You need to rethink them. If the way people buy are changing, you see dispatch riders now. We consult for one organization. They provide that dispatch riding services, okay? And now, if you're a product-based company, people want to buy more conveniently. They want to stay at home, a lot of people, and you deliver at home. So how are you treating logistic? How are you treating delivery? Okay, how are you treating your channels? Channels are expanding. People are buying more online. People are looking for other channels of distribution. Okay, how are you rethinking your own? Are you doing it the old way? You need to change. You need to innovate. Okay, you need to your marketing. You need to do more in maybe BTL. If your budget is not that strong to do above the line, you need to do BTL, below the line. Okay. Have just little, of course, reach out to Connect Nigeria and platform branding. Of course, with little budget, they can help you to put you in the virtual online space. So don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is the time to step up the eagle in you and move in and play safe, like I will always say. Stay safe. Follow the protocol. Cover your faces. Maintain the social. You do. Before I came for this meeting, this meeting now, I went for a very serious board meeting where we met a board for a business we are going to sign. So of course businesses are going on. Okay, you don't go throw in the towel and give up and say there is COVID-19 or COVID-20 or COVID-21. The issue is that it's a challenge. Okay, and the health authorities are fighting their best, doing their best. Government authorities are also doing their best. The business community should not give up. We will continue to give value. We'll continue to do our best and to overcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. This has been an amazing chat. But before you go, where can we find you? Where can we get the Selling Champion book that was endorsed by Brian Tracy and also Stan Eze? Where can we connect? We know that you do a lot of trainings and workshops. How can we be a part of it? Please let us know. How can we connect with you?
Of course, my handles, George Emetuche. My handles, our website, www.thesellingchampionconsulting.com, www.thesellingchampionconsulting.com. Of course, www.nigeriansalesconference.com. All my handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, George Emetuche. Of course, you can get my books from every popular bookshops. George Metucha, I promote reading culture a lot. Our training is cutting edge, which we train to suit. Whatever you do, people need a lot of capability building this time, because you cannot give what you don't have. There is a lot of challenges. Yeah, a lot of challenges in the marketplace now. Your team need to be equipped, all right? The sales force need to be equipped, because now sales organization, selling is not just a profession. Selling is a way of life.
Yeah.
Selling is the lifeblood of the business. Without selling, the organization will go into coma. Okay, and this is the time organizations they've been battered so much by the pandemic. Some of the organizations are struggling. Struggling. When I mean struggling, they are in coma. To bring them out of that coma is the duty of the sales team, because they need to inject money is very important in the organization. Without selling, the organization, like Francesca will say, will come to a grinding halt. So this is the time to build capability. Of course, our master class is coming up sometime in July. It's going to be physical. It's going to also be virtual. You connect with us, reach us anytime. If you go to our website, you get our phone numbers. Of course, you can also call. For some people that are not, if it's not convenient for you to, you can call us on 081-860-83133. 081-860-83133 or 070-6055-2429. Sorry, 9429. I'll repeat that again, 070-6055-9429. Of course, you can visit our website. You can get my books. Any place you get my book, you will, if you open it, our contacts are there. If you are watching from the southeast, walk into any Roban stores, the southeast. Roban stores is in Oka, Enugu, Newi, Abakaleke. Walk in there, they are our major soul distributors in the southeast, and get our books. Of course, you can get from any mall in Lagos, big Alpha Pharmaceutical, Jed's Lifestyle at Lekki the Palms, Lantana, Glendora, a whole lot of them. Any big bookshop, any big mall, walk in and you get my books, which you keep sharing value. Because I believe that a reader is a leader, and book is life. Make a book is life.
I totally agree. Thank you so much,
sir, book is life,
for your time. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for everything that you do. We are really, really, really grateful. This has been an amazing session with you, teaching us how to sell and telling us about your inspiring story. Thank you so much. So, sir, we'll be connecting with you very soon. So please feel free to exit the live, and we will continue the show, and we will definitely talk more very soon.
Thank you. It's been awesome. Kudos to Connect Nigeria. Of course, kudos to your sponsors. This is awesome. Let's keep giving value. Our country, our environment need value. The business community need value. So I commend what you and your team is doing. And Emeka, you're doing great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.